Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me tonight. This is Wednesday Wellness edition of Essentially You. We are going to be talking about farm to table when it comes to essential oils. Give me one moment to make sure this is getting all taken care of. All right, so the first thing that we are going to go over is co-packed sourcing. So where does doTERRA source their oils from, and why it is such a unique practice, why I ultimately chose doTERRA because of their sourcing and their co-packed impact sourcing. I will turn that off in one moment. Down here. Let me get all set up here. So the best way to explain it is to actually show you this video.
We knew that we would have to reach around the world at some point and tap into the global supply of essential oils, and we also assumed that we would need to increase that as well. The fact that we were able to do it with this co-impact sourcing model was just beautiful.
2/3 of the countries that we source our oils from are considered developing countries. And so we now have an opportunity to truly make a difference, to provide sustainable income for those people who are growing, harvesting, and distilling these beautiful oils for our benefit.
What we're doing through these initiatives are first, job creation in rural areas where we can have a big impact. 2, working through long-term sourcing contracts and agreements with our partners. 3, helping the formation and organization of cooperatives, which share collective benefits among the harvesters and the growers themselves. 4th, fair and on-time payments, and even profit-sharing programs that the distillers offer to the growers and harvesters. 5th, through linking community-based and social impact projects funded through our Healing Hands Foundation.
For them to get the water, they had to walk at least an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, back and forth. Today we can say that it's a special day because water has been flowing since midday today. With the help of doTERRA, of course, and Healing Hands, we put a good team together, and that's how today everybody is happy. On either side, it's like a win-win-win situation.
Sometimes it's schools that they're in need of, sometimes it's water systems, sometimes it's medical clinics, medical supplies, whatever it might be. If you can change the lives of these people that have so little, that's how you can actually impact an economy.
We share the same values, the same philosophy. doTERRA's vision is to source sustainable oils and to create co-impact at the source to improve growers' livelihoods. So we are perfectly aligned in what we want to do. So that's why we signed an exclusive partnership with doTERRA on the aromatherapy business.
We are now working with more than 6,000 families in the cardamom sector. And the idea is to really improve the livelihoods of that families. I get the importance of getting back to my country and help the people in my country.
Oftentimes they think that their lives will always remain the same. And for someone to be able to really come in and be able to care about them and care about their family and to give them a sense of pride for the work that they do, to know that it matters, it's amazing to see the lights go on. And for them to truly have that pride in their heart to know that they're doing something good for the world. are so committed to co-impact sourcing because this is a way we really see that we can make a difference in the world, in these countries that have no other means of help, have no other means of support.
Not only, of course, is meeting the needs where we're able to obtain the high quality.
I'm not sure why that video stopped. Sorry about that. So, as you can see, co-packed sourcing, in addition to supplying the highest quality essential oils, dōTERRA is. You can see co-packed sourcing, in addition to supplying the highest quality essential oils, dōTERRA is. Did I lose my live feed? Nope. Sorry. Over 40 countries, more than half which could be considered developing countries, to ensure that small-scale farmers and harvesters in disadvantaged areas are treated ethically. dōTERRA has introduced an initiative called Co-Impact Sourcing. Let's see if I can get back to where it was. Doesn't look like it. Okay. All right. We're going to close that up. That actually was the end of the video. And we are going to go into the topic of today. So now you see where dōTERRA sources their essential oils from and where essential oils come from. So they come straight from the source. They're not cooked up in a lab. They are not synthetic. They are pure, potent, aromatic compounds that come from bark, stems, leaves, all that again. Of course, everything is not working for me tonight, of course. All right, I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so we can go into the night's topic. Always something different happens. Alright, hi, my name is Kelly Swope. Thank you for joining me tonight for Wellness Wednesday. Today's topic, tonight, is farm to table with essential oils. I am a dōTERRA wellness advocate, and everything I speak for, everything I vouch for, and essential oils is dōTERRA oils. No other company, no other brand, no other like it. dōTERRA oils is what I recommend. So what are essential oils? Aromatic compounds found in plants, trees, roots, and flowers using a process called distillation. If you have ever enjoyed the scent of a rose, you've experienced aromatic qualities of essential oils. These naturally occurring, volatile, aromatic compounds are found in seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of plants. They can be both beautifully and powerfully fragrant. Essential oils give plants their distinctive smells. Essential oils protect plants, play a role in plant pollination. In addition to their astringent benefits to plants and their beautiful fragrance, essential oils have long been used for food preparation, beauty treatment, and healthcare practices. I have it on Do Not Disturb. This drives me crazy. Essential oils can be used for a wide range of emotional and physical wellness applications. They can be used as single essential oils or in a complex essential oil blends depending on their user experience and desired benefit. So how do you use essential oils? How do you use dōTERRA essential oils? Like I said, everything I speak to is dōTERRA because of CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. Almost over, I would say 70-80% of our oils, and that's going lightly, can be used all three ways, aromatically, topically, and internally. Not many essential oils can be used topically or internally. If you look on the bottle, most essential oils say external use only. Do not put directly on skin. If those is what they say, then most likely they're not pure. They're not pure at all. doTERRA essential oils, you are going to get pure aromatic compounds sourced from where they grow the best. So aromatic means breathe in or diffuse to kill germs in the air, open airways, affect mood, including depression. Topical, applied to localized area from bottom of feet, enters bloodstream within 30 seconds, applied to head, feet, ears, chest, and the back of neck. Do not put inside your ears, though. Do not put inside your ears and your eyes or up your nose. Internal. You can breathe it through your nose, but don't put oils up inside your nose. Internal. This method is specific to doTERRA CPTG oils. Take in a gel capsule under tongue or in water. Relieves issues in the digestive system, mouth, and through liver and tract. All right. So aromatic means it can be used aromatically. Topically can be used topically. Internally can be used internally. And then there are different skin sensitivities. So not that it's going to harm you. It's just some of them might be. They're so potent, so aromatic, like sticking it up your nose. It's going to be very overwhelming. It might be a little uncomfortable. It's not going to damage you. It's just going to be very, very uncomfortable. So there are some oils that can be put on neat. It means with no carrier oil at all. Dilute for young or sensitive skin, that's S, and or dilute before using topically. So dilute it before you even put it on your skin. Dilution doesn't mean that you are blowing the benefits. It means you can spread it along more parts of your body. If you're having tummy issues and you want to use peppermint or digestin, you can put a drop of carrier oil in your hand, and you can put a couple drops of digestin or peppermint in your hand. You can spread it a longer ways. Where to start? So we're going to go into, that was a little introduction, just a tiny tidbit of a beginner's class. So now we're going to go into farm to table. Farm to table means that you are growing it locally, or you're growing it in your backyard and it's going straight to your table. So you picked it, you chose it, you went to where it was sourced, you picked it, you decided to cook it, you put it on the table for your family. So, decide to grow a garden. I'm going to show you natural fertilizing solutions without chemicals, without things that will harm you and your family. So, best thing about soil is to do a compost. Compost a mixture of brown paper products and leaves. So, brown paper sacks and leaves, and greens such as kitchen scraps. No meat. Let the bugs do the work to break it down and feed your garden. You can use Epsom salt solution. Add 1 gallon of water. Apply every 4 to 6 weeks. 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt. 1 tablespoon of saltpeter with potassium nitrate, and 1/2 tablespoon of ammonia. Another common plant food is green tea every 4 weeks. 1 tea bag and 2 gallons of water. Gelatin is a great source of nitrogen. 1 package. 1 cup of cold water. 1 cup of hot water. 2 cups of cold water every 4 weeks. Natural fertilizing solution without using harsh chemicals, or it's actually might be more economical to make your own. All right, so garden companions. So what essential oils does your produce like? So if you're growing green peppers, it likes lavender and basil. Broccoli, basil and thyme, cabbage, thyme and clary sage, celery, geranium, potatoes, basil, tomatoes, basil, peas, geranium, onions, chamomile, fruit or apples, grapes, lavender. So protect your garden, protect your skin. Gardener's hand soap. This is from the Living magazine of spring in 2015. 1 cup of white sugar, half cup of white sugar, half cup of Castile soap, 2 tablespoons of fractionated coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of vitamin E, 15 drops of geranium essential oil. Lavender is also perfect for calming and soothing irritated skin from plants and bugs. So we'll go over more later, but here are some essential oils for garden pest that doTERRA has. Terra Shield, peppermint, cinnamon, white fir, or now it is Siberian fir we carry, but if you still have a white fir, you can still use that. Thyme, geranium, cedarwood, and lemongrass. All right, so essential gardening oil. So use peppermint to keep cool while out in the garden. You are out there protecting your garden, but make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Add cedarwood to topsoil or mulch. Apply deep blue to hands and feet before and after gardening. So here is a little blog post from a gardener from the doTERRA Gardener's Journal. Essential oils and plant companionship. I use basil essential oil in my watering can to give the plants a dose that can be absorbed through the root system, or I use it as a foliar spray. This helps. Foliar spray is where you spray the leaves. This helps to give the tomato plant great vigor and growth and plant resistance. So fungicide and pesticides. So here's more natural ways to help get rid of do a pesticide and a fungicide for your garden. Milky spore is a naturally occurring bacteria for lawn. It can be purchased to help boot grubs and moles. Grubs are a source of food for moles. That's why you get moles in your garden. Fungicides include copper sulfate, colloidal sulfate, and elemental sulfur are effective against forms of mildew, black spot, damp off, arthropods, and mites. I know how to say this. It just things don't come out of my mouth. Diatomaceous earth consists of fossilized remains of diatoms, which are type of hard-shell algae. It can act as a pesticide in that it is abrasive properties. It's when ingested by bugs. So weed control. So here's some more natural ways to get rid of the weeds. Corn gluten is a byproduct from corn milling. Works as a plant food and delivers nitrogen. It also prevents germination of invading weeds. Vinegar. Vinegar is an effective natural herbicide and weed killer. So you spray some vinegar on those weeds. Let's get into pest control. Let's get into those bugs. Okay, so ants, beetles, and caterpillars. You might want to screenshot this. Ants, beetles, caterpillars do not like peppermint or spearmint. Aphids, cedarwood, peppermint, and orange. Chiggers, lavender, lemongrass, and thyme. A cutworm, thyme. Flies, lavender, peppermint, or rosemary. Gnats, patchouli, spearmint. Mosquitoes, Terra Shield, which is our blend of chamomile and it smells familiar for the main ingredients in bug spray without the harmful chemicals. Lavender, lemongrass. Moths, cedarwood, eucalyptus, cinnamon, and thyme. Slugs, cedarwood. Spiders, spearmint, peppermint, lemon, lime, and orange. Ticks, lavender, lemongrass, and thyme. And melaleuca. So those guys do not like those essential oils. All right. Now that you have all your wonderful produce, all your wonderful food getting from the garden, it is time to bring it to the table, so it is time to cook it. So doTERRA has an e-cookbook, and I will link a link for y'all, the e-cookbook makes sense too, in the comments. When we're done, you can download that. So in there it has basic sparkling limeade, fruit salad with lemon, honey, thyme, vinaigrette, ricotta, dill, hors d'oeuvres, or make your own with many culinary essential oils like thyme, rosemary, and black pepper. So how much oil should I use in place of? So that's a good question. What should we use oil in oil substitutions? So typically 1 drop of citrus oil can substitute for 1 teaspoon of citrus zest. If the recipe calls for zest from 1 citrus fruit, you can use 3 to 10 drops of citrus essential oil instead. For minty oils such as peppermint and spearmint, try substituting 1 drop essential oil for 1 teaspoon dried mint leaves or 1 tablespoon of fresh mint leaves. Cinnamon and cassia are pretty similar, and typically what we know as grounded cinnamon is really ground cassia. However, the strength of their flavor is quite a bit different. You will want to start by substituting 1 drop of cinnamon for 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon and 1 drop of cassia for 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon or cassia. There's more. All right. For herb oils such as basil, marjoram, oregano, rosemary, cilantro, dill, etc., start with a toothpick dipped in the oil and stir it into the mixture, and then add more as needed. The oils, these rosemary, oregano, things of that, are considered hot oils, which does not mean they're not going to harm you, but they are very potent. Only a little bit will do you. Sometimes 1 drop is too much. Floral herbs like lavender can be used in cooking, but because floral flavors are uncommon, you just want a hint of this flavor. Start with a toothpick and add more if needed. Also, if you find you do like orange chicken or any citrus and you feel like you did way too much citrus, you could actually dull it down with lavender oil. For other flavors, a good rule of thumb is to substitute 1 drop of oil for 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried spice or herb and 1 drop of oil for 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh spice. If you think the oil is strong or if the recipe calls for less than the above quantities, start with a toothpick, dip instead, taste, and add if needed later. All right, so I have this really cool recipe. It's a really cool video, and I love pasta, and I love basil. So we are going to watch it because it is really cool. Or maybe not. Hold on. I got this.
Are you tired of the same old pasta? Well, stick around for this week's Tuesday tip-off. Essential oils are great for cooking. So for this week's Tuesday tip-off, I'm going to show you how to do basil-infused pasta. You get your basil essential oil, add a couple of drops to some boiling water, and then add your pasta. When it's all done, you have an awesome basil taste.
And that's it. That is it. So here's some resources and references I would just like to note from the slides. So I got it from doTERRA's Gardening Journal, doTERRA blog. You can search and Google doTERRA's Gardening Journal, the Modern Essentials Living Book, Living Magazine, Spring 2015. I'm going to post the link for the recipes and all the other links that are here for advice, seeds, and supplies that you can use to get a more natural garden. You also find that your produce will taste a lot better, especially using essential oils during growth, before growth, during growth, and after growth. Things like fresh air and sunshine are hard to beat, and that's Laura Ingalls Wilder. She is Little House on the Prairie writer. Yes. So thank you so much for being here with us. And I hope that you learned something. If you have more questions, this was short and sweet. If you have more questions, then just ask me. I can provide more research if you need. Other than that, be essentially you. We are blessed to have doTERRA in our lives, and they provide pure oils that is safe for our whole family. Thank you so much. Have a great night.